Well, the federal court says it would have been unfair and inappropriate to impose further penalties on 6 non-executive directors involved in the Centro case. The judge said their convictions for breaching the Corporations Act over a $1.5 billion mistake in the struggling property group's accounts is penalty enough. However, Centro's former chief executive and chief financial officer weren't so lucky. Michael Troy reports.
They may not have won the severe penalties they asked for, but if ASIC chairman Greg Medcraft was disappointed, he wasn't showing it.
What it's done is actually send a message to the directors in corporate Australia that firstly, you've got to be sceptical, you've got to question the information provided to you by management.
Former Centro CEO Andrew Scott was fined $30,000 and the former CFO was banned from managing corporations for 2 years, while the 6 former non-executive directors escaped punishment. Federal Court Justice John Middleton said, "In my view, the orders go far enough to indicate the court's disapproval of the actions of each of the defendants and to satisfy the requirements of the principle of general deterrence." Justice Middleton said to impose greater penalties in the circumstances of this proceeding would not bring about a greater benefit for society or the corporate world and would otherwise be unfair and inappropriate.
$30,000 for Andrew Scott when you think he got a termination payment of $3 million. I think that's 1% of that, and I think compared to what investors have lost, that does seem quite paltry.
Amanda Wilson, an expert in corporate governance, says, however, it will make directors think carefully about joining too many boards.
It's not a passive role, that the oversight role requires active scrutiny. It also requires you to keep your skills current. I mean, a good long corporate career does not necessarily give you what you need to do that, to perform that oversight.
Michael Peters from the Australian School of Business says while the penalties imposed seem light, there's no reason for directors to celebrate.
Directors haven't been let off the hook. Directors have been made accountable. It's just that now directors will have to be even more careful in the questions they ask to their executives and to the auditors and accountants.
What is clear that Australian shareholders will hold the directors of companies accountable for the actions of management, that they expect them to question management.
It's a case that will have directors also carefully assessing the risks and their own qualifications for the role.